Hey there, folks. I'm just your average Joe from the Big Apple, you know? It's about this thing called CPS, Child Protective Services. Now, don't get me wrong, they're supposed to be the good guys, right? But what if I told you that sometimes they might be overstepping their bounds? Let me paint you a picture. Imagine a happy family, just like yours maybe. They're sitting down for dinner when suddenly, knock knock, CPS is at the door. Now here's where things get tricky. Did you know that without a warrant, they can't just barge in and take your kids? And it doesn't stop there, folks. There's a whole list of constitutional rights that might be getting trampled on, like the right to due process, or the right to parent your children without government interference. Pretty important stuff, huh? Now, I'm not saying CPS is all bad. They do important work. But when they overstep, it can tear families apart. And let me tell you, it happens more often than you'd think. Families across America are facing this every day. It's not just about one or two cases. We're talking about a systemic issue that needs addressing. So what can we do? Well, for starters, we gotta educate ourselves. Know your rights, folks. And if you see something that doesn't seem right, speak up. We're all in this together after all. It's time we start asking the tough questions. How can we ensure CPS is held accountable? What checks and balances are in place, and are they really working? Remember, it's about protecting our kids and our rights. We can do both, can't we? So let's work together to make the system better. This is your average Joe from New York signing off. Stay savvy, America.
They are taking our kids every day. I shout them in and no one has a thing to say. For those who have been isolated, don't be worried, you have a voice today. So listen up everyone, here is the story. Child Protective Services is real. CPS is what they call it. They want our kids because it fills a lot of people's wallet. We all think it won't be us. We say when they come we will be so tough. It all sounds good when there's no one to take them. But when they come, your voice gets to breaking. Stay calm, step away. CPS ain't taking no one today. We are educated. Stay calm, step away. CPS, you need to leave. I know the tricks up your sleeves. You can't do what you're trying to do. We've done our homework. Don't do a damn thing without a warrant. You no longer will steal our kids this way. Tiff and the Punisher have come for the calling. They are giving us the CPS warning. Their voice is loud and clear. We stop losing our kids this year. Tiff wants to fight the entire planet. She is tired of our kids being taken, goddammit. She's been fighting CPS for 30 years, bringing children home from this disgusting mess. The Punisher is screaming out loud, abolish CPS and tear it down. I want all our kids to come back. Look at all those kids' pictures held up like thin tags. Together Together we are stronger than we need. We will tear down CPS with high speed. We will do so much being together. Birds of a feather flock together. So watch out, CPS, here we come. Picking you one by one. We promise to bring back the family and prosecute the caseworkers unhandily. So give us back the kids you have taken. Tiff and the Punisher sending you all on a vacation. The one with bars in the windows, and the only games you play are on Nintendos. Corruption in courts, here we come. We won't stop until it's done. You judges need to learn what you stand for. This is Tiff and the Punisher warrior, and we cry out to all of you out there. We need support for a cause that many don't care. All children are being stolen way too often. So CPS, we plan on doing the stopping. Stop it.
Yeah. All right. Woo. Boy, it's getting harder and harder to be alive sometimes.
Oh God, don't say that.
Well, I mean, it's just, the days go by, you don't get any younger.
Yeah, you got that shit right.
Look at me, I'm eating Italian ice like an old man. People
like
call me
Italian
right at the
ice.
beginning of the show. Yeah, I know, and you're an old lady. So that
Yeah,
just proves my point.
But I put mine in ginger ale.
Oh, yeah, see? So you can't even put it in your mouth because it's too hard. You got to have the soft stuff in your mouth because you're getting old.
No, actually, I like it when it's melted.
Yeah.
Anyway.
This one tastes awful. This tastes like pine needles.
Ew.
I know, like cold pine needles. I don't like it at all. But you know how you keep eating it? Like maybe it'll taste better or you convince yourself that it's good?
Like after one drink.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. So today, what's Renee saying here? She's got court Friday morning at 9:15. Yep. So everyone keep her in her prayers. Either babies come home or people are going to wish they stopped messing with us. That's right, Renee. Alicia, what's up? Susie and Louie. That's my cousins. Yeah, all right, good. That's my peeps right there. Alicia's in the house. All right, good. All right. Everybody pray for Renee. Give her some Jesus juice, man. Give her some armor of God, That's what she needs. Look at me. I'm with the FBI today. I'm with the FBI.
Well. Anyway, do we have anybody coming on tonight?
Well, it's cold. As a matter of fact, we do. And, her name is Becca. She's actually going to start doing a show on our channel. She's actually beaten CPS. She's won against them twice now, I believe it is. 2 times. Those bastards come and try to take their kids. And she's beaten them twice. But she also is the finder of that. I don't remember the initials. OMSCULM. I don't know what it is. But it's the manual. You know what? Hell, I'm not going to butcher it anymore. Let's get Becca out here. Becca, come on out. Becca, you're the next contestant. There she is.
On The Price is Right?
Yes, that's right. On Tiff and Punisher, roll the dice. That's right.
The memorandum of understanding there, sir.
A memorandum of understanding. That's it. Yes, Gunnar, I am the female body inspector. Tiff, did you know about the memorandum of understanding?
Nope.
Becca, explain, please.
So the memorandum of understanding is literally a interagency document that is between like the juvenile court judge, the prosecutor, the your county's police, CPS, the public defender's office, on how they all operate and how pretty much what it really says in the document, it looks good on its face, but it literally says that they're going to violate your rights, and this is how they're doing it. And it's on paper, and it's signed.
Oh, I need a copy of that.
Welcome to the family, Becca.
Well,
There you go.
you know why I say that? Because once I get that damn paper, me and my friend, the prosecutor, and his little friend, the other prosecutor, we're going to have a nice talk about this.
I mean, every state has one, because it's mandated in your state laws.
Okay, I'm in Virginia, so if you can find Virginia, I'd appreciate it.
I actually have every state already cited in a document.
Yep.
So I will get that uploaded shortly. Memorandum of Understanding.
I needed one of those just for me.
But I mean, it literally, I mean, if you look at it and you read it, you're like, okay, these processes, the procedures, how they go about doing it per se. You can look at it and it'd be like, oh, well, it says that they can come in without a warrant, that they give them the authority to come in without a warrant. That's a violation of the Fourth Amendment. I mean,
that's a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a big problem.
I mean, it tells you that you can, that they have the authority to, like, they're supposed to pretty much commit collusion. They are allowed to have interagency communication with each other prior to any factual findings, anything. They're allowed to do this, okay? Mind you, ex parte communication is illegal when it comes to a judge, prosecutor, CPS, the police. All that's off the table. They're violating your due process rights. They're violating your fundamental rights when they steal your children.
Mm-hmm.
But that's how they're legally getting away with it, because of this memorandum of understanding.
Right.
Yeah,
so
I
that's
definitely need that.
So this is telling. So I'm reading about what a memorandum of understanding is. So what this is, check this. It says that they're outlining their intentions, roles, and objectives, often as a preliminary step towards a formal contract. While not legally enforceable, it signifies a commitment to collaborate in good faith. Hear that?
Yep, in good faith.
To collaborate.
So yeah.
They're all. So when all these people sit there and they tell us all this bullshit that they don't know what this person's doing, and we don't understand this, and we don't go. They're full of shit.
Lewis, it's actually their policy, but they make it according to the law. They are mandated by the law to make the actual memorandum of understanding.
Okay,
but it is their policy.
But here's the thing. If it's mandated by law and it says all these things, they're actually in violation of
the Constitution
and the federal laws.
Yes, ma'am. They are.
Girl, I need a copy of that. You have no idea, because me and both prosecutors are going to be sitting down having to talk about this. Because I will tell you, when I did go see my prosecutor, he called in the city prosecutor, and she was like, we told them if they don't have a warrant and we can't get a warrant, do not enter that home with CPS. Do not do it.
Hey.
And they did, didn't they?
No, she will not let them enter a home without a warrant. Here.
Oh, well, good. At least somebody's sticking to it.
Yeah, well, I want to see that damn paper. I'm telling you.
I mean, even with the whole ordeal, with the warrant and stuff like that. Like, I literally exercised my rights one time and had CPS come here and say to me that they had all these allegations, and I asked them, "Do you have a warrant?" No, we don't. I said, well, then I guess this conversation's over. Until you get a warrant, you're not coming in my house. I have that right. They retaliated against me and got an ex parte emergency removal order. Funny thing is, the next week, the case was dismissed. All the allegations were unfounded. I don't play around with them people. No more.
Darren, turn that music down.
They have come.
Do I have music on?
Yeah.
Way too far for that. They don't. they overstepped their bounds, and I literally had the cops here at my house on Sunday night because I had an incident with my son, and they told me that they were going to make a report to CPS, and I told them I wouldn't suggest it because I know that you have that memorandum of understanding, and you're violating my rights, and you're committing a felony. And like you lost all judicial immunity when you contact CPS. I haven't heard from them yet.
You won't.
And I'm waiting for it. I'm prepared. I'm ready.
I'm ready too, girl. They will not fuck with me no more.
I'm like, nope. I'm like, I can't. I immediately was like, you're gonna do what? Excuse me. I don't think so.
Wow. So what's your show gonna be called?
Cracking the code. It's the little thing that's my picture right now.
Girl, I'm blind as a bat.
I know you guys are kind of little to me, so I feel you looking at it.
Oh, girl, I need that for Virginia.
Yes, I have. Oh, let me see if I can. I got my laptop here. I'm on my iPad, so I can see if I can get on there. See what it says. Lewis said it makes no sense. What makes no sense, Lewis? Gunner, I hear you. I see you. Send me all 50 states. Put it on federal record. Yes, sir. Did you get my email, Darren?
Darren.
Dingle.
Yo, here I am.
Dingle Dick, what are you doing?
Public schools, Cincinnati Public Schools. Now I'm paying attention. I got too much shit going on.
She said, did you get her email?
I did.
Okay.
Digital, CPS sample, Center of Law, simple can be customized by school districts.
So, to
took 5 days for the hearing, no evidence. So they have to have a shelter hearing within 72 hours. So they already fucked up there.
So my whole thing is, if they do have this paper, which I believe you, because nothing surprises me. So
Darren has it.
They literally set themselves up to be sued.
Oh yeah, and they think they're cute because they put in this legal disclaimer.
Yeah, watch this. Check this out. Look at if you just search this, it's pretty simple. If you just actually do this search yourself.
Well, I don't have my other phone out here, so I can't.
Well, let me make it
right now.
Look at it's right here. If you just do like this, look at here's all the. I mean, some of them are different. You got to sift through them, but here DCFS and all Cuyahoga County law enforcement agencies. And
a lot of times it won't be called a memorandum of understanding. A lot of times it'll be called like a
lot of them MOUs, but a lot of them like to elimination of all unnecessary interviews of children who are the subject of reports of child abuse. Like there's a bunch.
It's all there, public knowledge.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Virginia Department of Social Services. There it is. Here you go, Tiff. This is yours right here. Boom. What do we got to get to see?
Oh, see, you're going to the wrong thing. Dingy.
Why? Which one is this?
Send that to me.
Well, that's just actual form. Instructions for completing form.
Yeah, but the MOU PDF's right here.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Oh.
That's a restaurant agreement. That's not the right
that's
one.
That's the form.
Oh, my God, Darren.
Obligation. VDS will... No, but it has what this is about. Compensation and method of payment. Immigration Reform and Control Act. Blah, blah, blah.
Put mine on the screen. That one goes into like more full-fledged detail. If you still have it. Do you still have it?
Where would I have done with it?
It's hard to tell to you. It's in your email. I sent it to you in an email.
I know where it is. All right, let's see here. What'd you do today, Tiff?
Oh, I cleaned my whole house again.
Again.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because the kids are sick.
Yeah, man. When they went to school again today, I stripped all the beds down, washed everything again. I said, "Ain't no more kids being homesick." I'm telling you, I can't do it.
I threw a
No
party today. Mine
more.
just went back to school.
What'd you say?
Then I threw a party today. Mine just went back to school.
Oh no, mine went last week.
Oh man, Amelia Sutton was on TikTok. I missed her. I'm sure that's not it. Let's see. Where are you here?
She's always on TikTok.
Becky. Let me see here. My filing system is amazing. Let's see.
And you still can't find anything.
I know it. Let's see. Saturday, August 9th. Either way, it's fine. Child abuse. It must be right here, right?
Yeah, it should say MOU. It should say child abuse and neglect memorandum. MOU.
Here it is. Yep, here it is. Start. Share this tab instead. Is it this one, right?
Yeah, that's it.
There you go.
So as you can see, it goes to the city commissioner. And the city commissioner actually is the one that signs off on it and adopts it.
This is from your place, right? From your town?
Yeah.
And then down here, it goes into
who all
look
is
at all
included.
the people. Look at this.
Official professionals, juvenile court, magistrate judges, prosecuting attorney, the sheriff's office, law enforcement officers.
Yeah, peace officers. Peace officers even. Department
of Job and Family Services. That's actually where it originated from.
And animal shelter.
Yeah, and the animal shelter.
Yep. And then it goes into here we go.
But then, yeah, it tells you right there. I mean, it says authority for the memorandum of understanding. Prepared in accordance with the requirements set forth in my law, Ohio State Law, 2151.421J2 of the Ohio Revised Code and the Administrative Code. Then it tells you the purpose of it. Establish normal operating procedures.
Do statutes trump codes, right? Statutes trump codes, codes trump laws.
They're really the same thing in all reality. They're really the same thing. But I mean, statutes, yeah, because like codes are like local ordinances. So
right. And
generally the rules. So yeah, but statutes are actual law.
They're not laws.
Well, they're not law, but they're not law, but they're closer to law than a code, that's for sure.
Well, right.
More than a policy and a procedure.
Well, those aren't even laws. The Supreme Court has already said statutes, codes, procedures, policies, rules, and regulations and ordinances are not laws.
Are not. Yep.
The only law in every state besides the Constitution of the United States is the state constitution.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, I need that. I need that because and I'm in a committee that's reforming CPS here in Virginia.
Check this out. The agency is removing a child from the care and custody of her or his caregiver, and the assistance of law enforcement is needed as the agency has reason to believe the family will challenge the removal.
Yeah. That right there is that's a due process violation. You're guilty before you're ever even declared guilty.
Well, that contradicts the SSA 1101B or D. D is in dog.
Yeah. I think if you go down, I think that's where their disclaimer is.
Where's
maybe it was up there. Well, maybe. I can't remember what page it's on. Keep going.
Yeah, there's 100 pages to go through, so.
Where's it at? No.
Is it supposed to be at the end?
It's probably at the top then. It must be at the top.
Preparing this plan now.
It'll literally say disclaimer and it'll be in all bold letters at the top of the page. Right there. Nope, down. Right there.
Disclaimer. There you go.
Go ahead and read that.
A failure to follow procedures set forth in the memorandum by the concerned officials is not grounds for and shall not result in the dismissal of any charges or complaints arising from any reported case of abuse or neglect, or the suppression of any evidence obtained because of any reported child abuse or neglect. It does not give and shall not be construed as giving any rights or grounds for appeal or post-conviction relief to any person.
That's
So
their
that's saying that
disclaimer.
they're
That's their
saying
get
that
out of
if they
jail free
screw
card.
up, yeah, if they screw up, it doesn't matter.
You can't hold them accountable, regardless. That's
Bullshit.
exactly.
Oh Lord.
Bullshit. Bullshit.
That is
That's not
exactly
what.
what that says.
Yeah. Well, that's not what federal law says.
Oh, I know that. And you know what? And here's a kicker. I submitted this document into federal court with a habeas corpus petition, and that judge, not one word, not one word. I submitted it twice, not once, twice. He ignored it both times, and I put him on notice that he was pretty much in corroboration with, my county, because if he's not going to even speak on the matter, then he's just as guilty as they are.
Yeah,
And
he's part of the problem.
he barred he retaliated against me. He
Hmm.
barred my all further filings and dismissed it. Still, again, after I filed a 59E, a
Tell
60E.
tell her what else they said to you. Tell her what else was said. What did the judge say?
Which time that he that he didn't look over the document completely. He pretty much, I mean, he admitted his own, he's committed so he
Yeah, tell
committed
her
to.
what. Who did you get reported to?
Oh, the U.S. Marshal. He reported me for a threat to the U.S. Marshal.
For the threat of what? What did you threaten?
You know what I threat? For First Amendment protected speech to a government official. That's what I did. Okay, I literally put him. Darren, do you still have that document?
Was it yours one? No, remember I
Yeah.
told you it timed out. It wouldn't let me save it.
Okay.
It timed out.
Where's it? Hold on, let me find my phone and I'll read you the exact quote of what he considered to be a threat.
It's pretty crazy. It is really crazy. I mean, this is definitely, what is the word?
Oh, wait, huh? My husband. I actually had it all printed out. My husband just threw me the packet. Okay, I said
Binder.
in the actual, because I put him on notice that he was violating people's rights, and it was unconstitutional, because he immediately threw it out and threw the Roker Feldman at me and the Lehman versus Lycoming at me, and said that the domestic relations exception didn't or applied, and I'm just like, whatever, dude. So this is what it says. Petitioner has resorted to filing what this court considers a direct threat. These are my words. If the court so chooses to persist in ignoring these constitutional violations under color of the law, then it is no longer acting as a neutral forum, but as an accessory to unlawful state conduct. This statement right here is exactly what he said was a threat. That conduct will not go unanswered. That was what the threat was. This court, and Judge Walter Rice specifically, took an oath to uphold the Constitution, not to safeguard the dysfunction of state court systems or to isolate judicial colleagues from scrutiny. This court is turning this matter over to the United States Marshals to ensure the safety not only of the court, but of all individuals involved with this case, the United States Federal Courthouse, and the region's legal community. Moreover, the Office of the Clerk of Courts will be directed not to accept any further filings from petitioner.
So what they did was they hit you with the gatekeepers, fictitious litigant.
No, he didn't hit me with that. He just said that I was barred, and then the next one says that pursuant. So then the next order was the one where he said that, okay, no, you can't file anymore. Pursuant to this court's recent entry barring petitioner from filing any further documents in this case, the court now revokes the portion of the July 3rd, 2025 entry which had previously permitted petitioner to participate in electronic case filing.
Yeah, so it's gatekeepers, right?
Yeah. He's gatekeeping.
Yep. Sure
Well,
is.
well, that's a violation too, because it is the right of the people to access the courts, whether they like it or not.
Yep. Yeah, but he didn't say anything about frivolous filing. Like, there was nothing about like frivolous filing, or because I was waiting for it. I was waiting to read it. And there was nothing, but he said that if that was a threat, that I said it would, that his actions would not go unanswered.
That's not a threat.
That's not a threat.
That's a
No.
promise.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was like, that ain't a threat. That's a
Mhm.
promise. I'm like, he better read that. He better reread that. I'm like, because he he interpreted so many things wrong. He didn't even cite. It was horrible. Like he ignored 18 exhibits of evidence. Flat out ignored it.
So did you appeal that decision?
I just got that decision from the judge last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actively getting my notice of appeal going, and I have the judicial complaint already filed for him. Well, I have it already printed out, ready to go. I just got to get all the evidence rounded up so I can submit it to him for his complaint, because I told him I was going to do it. And the only thing that I didn't really threaten him. I literally just told him what I was going to do. I told him I was going to go to social media, and I was going to put on I was going to put in a complaint to the Sixth Circuit Court of Appeals. Like, I told him what I was going to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's not a threat. I was telling you, like, if you don't do your job, I'm going to do this. And I'm sorry if you don't like it, but you're not being fair. You're not being impartial. You're not being biased. You're being biased completely.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this is what they don't like, right? Like, I challenge their authority all the time. Because as far as I'm concerned, don't nobody have authority over me. I don't care who you are. And I even told the prosecutors, I don't care if you wear a badge, a black robe, or a bum in the street. Absolutely not. I am not the one. And I'm not afraid of any of them. And he goes, oh, no, you, Tiffany. Yeah, no.
Great
No.
when they
And you,
oh, no.
no, he was being sarcastic. Like, he knew I wasn't afraid of him. Right. But
yeah.
I couldn't have been in front of him. I'd have been in jail. I'm gonna tell you right now, because I get real disrespectful in the courtroom when people start getting smart and disrespectful.
Mm-hmm.
I take people to court with me. I give them my car keys, the code to my phone.
She's got a list of instructions. Yeah, bail money. Yeah, $500 to $1,000 in the wallet at all times.
Yeah, because they strike a nerve in me, and I just lose my shit right in there. I don't care.
Just lose my shit right in there.
I do.
And here's my thing is that when I actually had I was stupid to all of this stuff years ago. Back in 2021 when I actually had my kids taken, I was stupid to this, and I probably had the best public defender. I mean, anybody could ever ask for. Guy hated CPS. He hated CPS, but he still worked for the court as a public defender. So, I mean, I will give him so much credit. I owe that man my life for real. Because he's an amazing guy. But he told me, one of the biggest things, he says, you know what? Let me be the asshole in court. He says, I know you want to get up there, and I know you want to yell, and I know you want to scream, and I know you want to cry, and, have all these emotions and reactions. I know that. But let me be the asshole. He's like, because that's where you need somebody to be the asshole. But you need your public defender to be the asshole. You need them to actually do their damn job.
Yeah.
Rather than, oh, okay, well, we're just going to go with what CPS says. No. And, he told me, he's like, here's the thing with the court. Because, I mean, we would have hour-long conversations, very in-depth. I'd call him, this is what's going on. And he'd be like, Becca, he's like, I know it's frustrating. I know. He's like, it's all for a paycheck. That's all they want. That's all they care about. He's like, I know, I get that. I understand. He's like, it's frustrating to me. He's like, and I'm a lawyer and I deal with them on a daily basis. He says, but here's what you do. He says, if you want your kids back, he said, I will give you the secret to it all. He says, if you've already been stupid enough to sign a case plan, which I was, because like I said, I had no idea what this all led to. So I had signed one. Well, and they knew I had counsel when they made me sign it, and they still made me sign it. And then I signed it, and he was like, you just signed your rights away. What? Excuse me? No, I didn't. Yeah, you did. I'm like, oh my God. I was devastated. He said, but the only thing, he says, whatever that court orders, he says, you do it. He says, don't do any less, don't do any more. He said, if that court order, he says, you read that court order verbatim. He says, and you go into that much detail. He says, and every word that is in black on that paper, you follow those words. He says, and you know what? CPS cannot say that you did not do it. Just because you didn't do exactly, they wanted you to do 50 freaking, counseling sessions or whatever. He's like, that doesn't matter. What it says on that order, if it says you are ordered to get an evaluation and seek counseling, do that. But only do that. He says, don't do any more. He said, because that's where people fall into the trap of being stuck in the system of, okay, well, I've done this and I've done this. But then also their attorneys don't argue that, well, they've done it. Because they all work in collusion with each other. Mm-hmm. So they're all trying to be on the same page. And it's like, no, like you can't. He actually is a lawyer for the right reasons. He's not a public defender anymore, which is sad because, he was a great public defender with children's services, because he was doing it for the right reasons, not the money, not the monetary, right. So it was, and he actually, after my CPS case was over, here's the kicker. After my CPS case was over, so my husband was made to look like the biggest piece of shit in the world. So 6 months after, not even 6 months, like 3 months after, my husband was in court filing for custody of his 2 kids, like without CPS involvement and everything. And it was the same magistrate that had just dealt with my CPS case. And she straight apologized to my husband and said that she was sorry because she had taken their word for everything that they had said about him. And none of that was true. And she apologized to him on the record.
Wow.
Like, that was a big step. I'm like, holy crap. And, and like I said, I had just gotten my kids back like 2.5 months before that, so I know my name had to still be fresh in her, in her mind at that point.
Right.
And it was like, okay, and she's like, they made you look like, and he's like, I know. And she says, I am so sorry. She says, had I known what I know now, would have given him back way sooner. But I did get my kids back. Like, my attorney told me I was he had been doing this for like 25 years, 26 years or something like that. And he said I was the first case in 26 years that he had that got their kids back less than a year. I got my kids back in less than 6 months. In 6 months.
Wow.
Like, I did everything. I followed what he said.
Mm-hmm.
And it was just that. Because he was, like me. He was like straightforward about it. He didn't sugarcoat it. He was like, look, if you want it, this is what you got to do to get it. He's like, and I know he says, I know you want it bad enough. He says, I know you're not going to give up on your kids. He says, so here, this is what you do with it. Take this information and go. And do what you got to do. But you'll get your kids back. He's like, I promise you, you're going to get your kids back. And the second time they unlawfully removed them from me when my husband was in the middle of a custody dispute, a civil custody dispute at that. Which they thought they were cute on that. And, and that according to our laws, they're not even allowed to do that.
No, they're not.
Because if you have any form of like custody, because custody battles, kids can say what they want, they can be coached, coerced, you know what I mean? They can be any of those things. And, the law states that, oh, you're not allowed to, have any you're not allowed to report it. And the funny thing is, the magistrate is the one that reported it. My husband called her out on it at the trial, and not one word. Did not say one word. Didn't object to it. Silence is golden. Silence, you just admitted that you did it. You didn't object to what he said. He accused you of it, and you did not object on the record.
Mm-hmm.
So you just admitted that you did it. And I find it funny. I said, it's going to come around full force to all of them. And then I stumble upon that document, and I was like, Oh
Oh,
my gosh. I was like, you've got to be kidding me. I was like, they were stupid enough to sign it. They all were stupid enough. I mean, every signature. They were all dumb enough to actually sign it.
it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. This is going to help so many people's cases, like so many people being able to use this in their defense, like to show the collusion or to show that this is just improper. I mean, I don't know how exactly this document will help or which court level it will help at, but it's definitely going to do some damage to them at some level, I would think. If you
Oh
get it
yeah,
in the
because
right places.
I wrote a letter to the county commissioner telling them that they telling them that they needed to fix it.
Yeah.
That they needed to come back in, re-vote on it, or have Job and Family Services
Right.
evaluate it, or whatever. They needed to change it because they were violating constitutional rights. And what did I say? Sam Beckett. Oh, working at we will get that info. Oh, okay. But
So did you find Virginia yet?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
but here's my thing too, is that you have to be strategic in all this too, because you have to read their policies and procedures and know them better than they know them. If you know them and they look at you and say, well, you didn't do this, wait, but your policy says, even though people say, okay, their policies and procedures are bullshit. Yes, that is true. 110%. It's bullshit. Okay, I get that. But if you can do it, you can take what their policies and procedures say and say, well, they didn't do this, or this. The court has no choice but to say, well, CPS, you didn't even follow your own policy.
Right.
Not that
That's
you
the whole
violated
thing.
state law, but you
Mm-hmm.
didn't follow your own policy and procedure.
Well, they never follow that. They don't follow state law, federal law, the Constitution, their own policies and
Their
procedures.
own,
No.
yeah.
They just do whatever they think they want to do.
Yeah. And and that's the thing. But I mean, if you go in like your state and you look, and it says like, okay, like you can go, like I'm trying to find your Virginia. Here it is.
I already got it.
So, establish child protection service, child welfare information gateway to cross reporting among agencies that respond to child. Okay, right here. Cross reporting among agencies that respond to child abuse and neglect, Virginia. Local Department of Social Services shall notify the local attorney for the Commonwealth and the local law enforcement agency of all complaints of suspected child abuse or neglect involving any death of the child, injury or threatened injury to the child, in which felony or class 1 misdemeanor also is suspected. Any
Bless
sexual
you.
abuse.
Bless
Jesus.
you.
Bless you.
Oh my. Oh my.
Other sexual offense involving a child, including but not limited to the. Okay, so and then it says that. Well, the notwithstanding, this is actually the code they want to say among crossing. Yeah. So that says, but that right there says, oh, we're going to violate your rights because and we're going to commit collusion. The first sentence says that they're going to commit collusion. The local Department of Social Services shall notify the local attorney for the Commonwealth
Wow.
and local law enforcement agency of all complaints.
I remember I went to a meeting with it was supposed to be the director of CPS, right? But she got scared. So she called in the county attorney. She called in one of the guys for the county board. She had another social worker with her. So I go in this room. It's me and two other people. In fact, Mike was talking about it when we had him on because I'm with the local NAACP. I'm the legal redress chair. So we go into this meeting and the county attorney sitting there, and I don't remember what I said to her, but she said, "Well, parents don't have no rights when we get involved." And then,
Okay.
right now, I'm a constitutional person. My dad is a retired police officer, so he taught me all this shit. I know it, right? So then the county attorney, now he's sitting right beside me, and he goes, "Well, why wouldn't you want to talk to CPS?" This is all I could do.
Oh my God.
Like you're the county attorney. You need a lesson in the Constitution. That's what the fuck you need. Why would you talk to CPS?
Right.
Why would you talk to the police? Why would you incriminate yourself? I was so mad. Oh, I was so mad when we left.
Be a fly on the wall.
I went straight to the prosecutor and I told him what happened. Needless to say, the sheriff got a call that day to tell them to leave me the fuck alone. And I'm sure CPS director cringes now when she hears my name because she tells everybody that I help stay away from Miss Wise. She's nothing but trouble. But it is what it is. Yeah, no. Mm-mm.
That's great. Oh, join. Sam, she wanted to come in here. Yeah, this is good stuff. Becca, when do you think when do we want to start you up? What days are you going to tell everybody that we're going to be doing here?
What was that? Sorry, you cut out super bad.
I said, when do you think, when do you want to get going on your show here so we can tell everybody to listen in for you? I'm going to put it in stone that Monday at 3 o'clock.
Monday. Okay, now repeat. Sorry, it says, oops, connection lost, reconnecting. I'm so sorry.
All right, tell me when you're ready so we can say this again.
Here we go.
Oh, she's stuck in the perpetual loop.
I don't know why it's saying connection.
There's
my Wi-Fi is like on.
They're shadow banning us.
Yeah.
She's giving out the information.
Okay. I think it's okay. That message went away.
They're shadow.
I think you're okay to repeat yourself.
Mm-hmm.
He said, "What days do you want to do your shows?"
Oh, I don't care. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Tuesday, Thursday.
Monday, Wednesday, Friday.
Let's see. What's today? Today's Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Friday, I actually have to go to the police station at 3:30 on Friday for my son. Okay. God. I actually have to go to the police station on Friday. So that's at 3:30. So I guess evening time or before 3:30 would be fine because I'll have no children here.
Yeah, I feel you, girl. I feel you.
Feeling that one.
Yeah.
So Friday, what o'clock? Or what o'clock? Yeah.
What time? Friday
at 1?
Yeah, sure. Friday at 1's fine.
Friday at 1. Okay.
Friday at 1. So that will be cracking the code. And that will be I did a song for her. You guys need to hear this one.
I want to see her picture.
Oh my God. You can't see my picture?
I can't see your face.
Oh, you don't want to see my face.
She wants to know what
Girl,
you look
please.
like. Girl, put your face up there.
Oh, listen here, Linda's.
Oh, Linda's. Is Linda's like the new Karens?
Yes. Linda's are the Karens. Well, Linda's were the Karens before the Karens were the Karens.
Oh my.
Oh, okay, I got you. So, oh my.
Yeah.
There it is.
Let's see
there
here.
It is.
Video. Here we go. Video. Back camera. No. Front camera. Auto. Mirror. No. Background. Okay. Yeah. There we go.
No background.
Listen.
I asked Sam if she wanted to come in here with us. Oh, you know what, Tiff? I want to play a couple of your videos that you had up there that you sent me today. These are pretty cool.
Oh my God, I got stuck watching some of these. Some of these were so terrible that I was getting emotional. I said, I can't keep doing this. I got to turn this shit off.
Oh my gosh.
No, because I literally wanted to go beat these people up. Are you kidding me?
I'm sure you did after watching these damn things.
There you go. There's me.
Yeah, perfect. It's absolutely perfect. So check this video out that Tiff sent me today. I'm going to go through a couple of them here real quick. So check these out. Let's see here. Yeah, let's see. Tiff is right here, so start with this one here. Let's see. Come on. It won't let me share
I like
that.
that guy,
It
that old
said-
guy. I've seen that video.
Yeah. Oh, it does let me see it. Okay, cool.
Make
I
it
didn't know if you
bigger.
could see it or not. Yes,
The
Tiffany. I'll
county.
turn the volume
Let's
up.
face it, if the cop says you did, in this country, it's guilty until proven innocent, and it has been for far too long. It's not just these activist judges fucking up things at the federal level. It's these local, yokel, hillbilly judges that couldn't make it as a lawyer, so they get a paycheck from the county. Let's face it, if the cop says you did something and you say you didn't, whose word do they take every single time? You got a problem with the city, with zoning, property tax, or any other fucking issue whatsoever, you're going up against a judge that's getting paid to make sure the city benefits. It's real simple. Why should you spend your life learning to be good at what you do and then expect it to be able to go up against a lawyer that's been practicing for 10 or 20 years and specializes in it? It's absolute bullshit, and heaven help you if you can't afford the best lawyer in town to even have a chance. If you get a public defender, you might as well just go fuck yourself and save the time of them doing it for you. The simple thing is, if you want to know how to stop this bullshit, go to my profile page and click on the video I have pinned.
Well, folks,
All right.
it's too late. It is
Yep.
too late. It's all over.
Guy is on point. Yep, I've been saying that forever. I'm like, even with because with CPS, you're automatically guilty. It doesn't matter. And it's not. And the thing is the law says that it's their burden to prove that you're guilty. It's not your burden to prove that you're innocent.
It's funny you say that because I want to say 3 years ago, New Jersey, their Supreme Court said it is no longer the parent's job to prove themselves innocent. It is now CPS's job to prove that they are guilty.
That's good, right? That's good.
Yes. And that's what I'm trying to do here, right? Because everybody else knows, and I'll tell you, I sit on a committee here in Virginia where we're reforming CPS and foster care. And the reason I want that paper is because I want to start reading it, because most of the people that I met in this group are legislators and they want to reform it. So if we start with that paper for Virginia, then we can reform the paper first.
Now here's the thing. Now needless to say, so everyone, like I did all 50 states. Now it doesn't, like the document that I have, like it doesn't give me like the actual like MOUs because they're county based. Okay, so every county has one, but they have to follow the state specific statutes, right? Well, anything, whatever else you can do, if you can't find the actual your county, I would look up your county. And then what I would do is put in a FOIA request or a public records request, because it's not a FOIA request because it's not federal government, but a public records request for that specific document.
They're not going to give it to me.
But but here's the thing. They have to tell you why they aren't going to give it to you. Because in all honesty, I found that MOU on my county commissioner's website.
Oh, we'll have to talk tomorrow because after this, I'm
because
going to
the committee voted on it, because the county commissioners voted on it, and they put it up on their website. And I ran across that document just by happenstance.
No, that was God.
Yeah, I was like, ChatGPT gave me a link because I was talking to it, and I was like, okay, this, and this, and I said something about child abuse, and do they have like an agreement? And it literally was like, brought it up, and I clicked on the link just so happened. And I was like, oh, it's the county commissioner's website. There ain't gonna be nothing on here. And then it said child abuse and neglect MOU, and I was like, what's an MOU? I got to, I'm curious, so I clicked on it, and I was like, my jaw just dropped. I was like, are they serious? They put this in writing on paper? They signed it?
Well, I'm going to tell you why they do that. Because they don't believe that people are going to go look for this stuff.
That's exactly what it is.
And
You
they
not
say,
wrong.
"Oh, we're being transparent. It's on our website."
Yeah, it's on your website. Okay, cool. But did you tell anybody that you put it there, that it was there? Did you make it publicly known that you posted it? No.
Like
But
here,
just so for happenstance, I look and I find it, and then I try to use it against you, and you're going to tell me that I can't. You're going to tell me I can't use it? Oh no.
so I got 2 laws passed here in 2022, I think. Um, one of them was that CPS was required, if they denied kinship, they had 15 days to send a letter to the Board of Social Services to explain why. And it had to be a good reason why they couldn't place this child with kin. They don't tell anybody about that. Nobody even knew until I started talking about it. And then we also got a law passed that said that they had 35 pages of barrier crimes here in
Mm-hmm.
Virginia. They had to go over their barrier crimes and get rid of some of them. They haven't done that yet either.
You know, so I actually had another issue. Like, it wasn't even related to CPS. It was literally related to a housing issue, my Section 8. And I had this. I went in and I appealed my housing decision because they terminated it, right? They said that they have, by federal law, they're mandated to give you 30 days. Okay, on the paper, they made the decision on February 7th to terminate my assistance February 28th. I'm pretty sure I can do math, and that's only 21 days.
Right.
So I'm like, no, I'm appealing this. And the executive director acted as the oh God, the hearing officer. She acted as the hearing officer. You have a hand in the decision, the final decision making. Okay. And by HUD regulations, the person has to be an impartial decision maker with no hand in the actual termination or evaluation of the termination. Nothing. Okay. So I brought all these issues up, and I ended up, because the court refused to let me file the appeal because the affidavit of indigency had not been approved by the judge, because I had submitted it with my complaint, but they wouldn't file stamp it. They wouldn't do anything. They took it and they wouldn't file stamp it, give me a copy, nothing. They were
That's
like,
illegal.
yeah. And I'm like, okay. I'm like, so I put in a complaint. I'm like, look, I literally broke it down to the dumbest person could understood this if they could read English. Okay. I gave them the definitions of accept, the definitions of file. And I'm like, you're not even following your own policy. I was like, this is your policy. I was like, you're not even following it. And I said, you cannot deny me access to the court. I'm like, you are denying me access to the court. You're denying me my access to appeal. So I went to put in a complaint because I had filed mine. Well, the last day, the cutoff day, I called. The clerk of court says, I haven't heard anything yet on your affidavit of indigency to see if it's been approved so we could file it. I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I'm on the website and I'm finding any phone number. I'm like, the court administrator. I'm like, I'm going to call this lady. Called her. She was like, I'm going to go and look and I'm going to investigate, what's going on. 25 minutes later, it was on the docket online.
Imagine that.
And I'm like, so I filed. She's like, she literally told me they didn't have like a whole like avenue of like complaints, because I guess people just don't complain. And she was like, if you send it to me, I will get it to the right area. Okay, cool. So I wrote this big, huge formal complaint. I gave my timeline of events, everything, it was in chronological order of how they violated my rights, due process, being unable to file, and the stupid clerk of courts, literally, when you have a clerk that looks straight at you and says to your face, I don't know the Ohio Revised Code or what's supposed to be the law.
That's a problem.
I was like, are you serious right now? I was like, you don't know the code? That's your job. Well, we only follow we follow our policy. Your policy isn't law. I got her on recording. I'm a one-party state. I can record whoever I want. I got her on recording stating this. I also got another clerk on recording stating that a stay was the same thing as sustained.
No, it's not. Oh my God.
Blew my mind. Because when I filed in federal court, the judge sustained my motion to file electronically. Okay, cool. So I'm trying to find out through the federal courthouse, like, hey, how can I, because they signed me up and all that other dumb crap. Well, then they couldn't get me like access to it. I was like able to log in on Pacer, but I wasn't able to like file anything on the case specifically. Well, there was something on their back end that they had to approve in order to do this. So I called the one in my area that I had actually filed it in. They couldn't help me. They didn't know their ass on the ground either. So I was like, so I called the one in Cincinnati, and I'm like, and this is the one that told me that sustain meant the same thing as stay. And I was like, she had me speechless for a second. I was like, those words are not the same. Sustain means that it's approved. Well, yeah, it's the same thing. No. And this is your job? And I was at a loss for words. I was like, I recorded the conversation. You could hear me laugh in the background when she's like, puts me on hold. She gets back on there. She's like, I'm going to put you on a brief hold. Hold on 1 second. Then she's like, she gets back on. She's like, I'm going to transfer you back up to the court where this originated from, because maybe they can help you. It doesn't matter what court you're going to send me to. The point is you don't even know what a word means. And this is supposed to be your job. But the one court, when I went in to do my Metro appeal, they had taken all this time. Well, unbeknownst to me, when they filed all that stuff on the docket, I had filed on March 5th for the affidavit of indigency. It was, okay, I filed it on the 4th. The 5th, it was approved. Mind you, this is all on the docket. So everything's all dated for the 10th, except for the approval to proceed without payment, which was done 5 days before. And I had inquired every day from the 5th to the 10th. And they kept telling me, nope, we haven't received anything. So I wanted to file a complaint. So I filed a complaint with the judge. Well, the one girl sent it to the judge. Wouldn't you know that the judge that that approved my motion to proceed without prepayment was the same judge that was handling my complaint?
Oh my.
And I told her, I said, you're not impartial. You can't even have a hand in this because you are not impartial. You had a hand in approving my affidavit of indigency. You had a hand in that. You're not being impartial. And then she's like, oh, well, I've spoken to the clerk and we've cleared up some of the policy issues, because I told her, I said, I'm putting you on notice. I said, I am going to put in a complaint. I said, because you can't do this. Needless to say, she didn't heed my warning, and I never heard back from her.
Imagine that.
I'm like, no. I'm like, you can't do this. It's unethical at that. Like, you're not being fair to any. I'm like, and if this is how many people before me have went in to do this, and because they're low income, they've been turned away, and they haven't been able to file, and they've lost their housing, and they've lost their house, and they've lost, and their kids have been taken because they're homeless. And, it wasn't even about just me. It was about what was right. I wanted to do it so that way everybody could have equal access, regardless, because like I told her, your policy is not law. It is not above the law. The law states this. This is exactly what the law states. Your policy does not trump it. Darren.
We can't hear you, Darren.
He can't hear
That's
himself.
Right. No, I can hear him just fine, but my eye has a seed in it, so that's been my problem. But what time are you going to start Friday at what time?
1.
Can you just put it in count? Can you put an alarm on your something?
No, that's for you to announce to people that you're going to
I
start your
said
show that are
Friday
watching.
at 1.
That's right, because this is the end of the show now, so you were
Oh
reminding
yeah,
everybody
Friday at
to
1.
watch the
Sorry.
show. Yes.
So wait a minute. It's called an MOU.
MOU, Memorandum of Understanding.
Memorandum. I'm gonna go find Virginia's. I'm telling
And like
you.
I said, you might actually have to like document request it, like public request it, public records request.
Well, I'm gonna get it one way or the other.
It's going to be out there. You'll find
Get it.
And if I can't find it, Darren's gonna help me find it.
I'll find it. I'll put it on
Or
my list.
Darren's gonna call you and be like, "Call Tiffany."
I mean, a lot of people,
they'll
be, like I said, they didn't even know it exists. So it's like, so a lot of places, I guarantee, don't even have them out. Because if you look online, like if you do a Google search, I mean, which Google's biased anyways. So if you do a Google search, like there's very few where they're actually children, like with actual child services. They're more like restaurants and this, and I'm just like, well, I'm not eating my kids, so I don't need the restaurant one. I just need the one for child abuse and neglect. Thank you.
There are days that might happen. But don't forget, tomorrow's Angry Citizen Day. It's Thursday. And then
Angry
this one will be back here Friday at 1, and that will be great. So we'll see y'all tomorrow. Thank you, Becca, for coming on.